I don't know if it is a iPhone thing or an app thing. See if I can give the link out. Go Yeti, the chairman. How are you doing, the chairman? Yeah, I was posting the link. Sorry, challenging. I got totally kicked there, couldn't do a thing. Stevie boy, how you doing? Happy days. Explore World, how you doing? I was just saying to Gaza about the rain not being here yet, and it started. We're meant to get, oh gosh, how you doing? We're meant to get torrential rain. And it's here a little bit early. Jana. Yeah, I don't know if it's an iPhone thing or what, but if you get a call or you get out of the app and out of the live, it won't let you back on. It used to. Thanks, Cindy. Adrian, nice one for coming back over here. It used to let you go out, refresh it, and come back in. But nope, it won't let me. Hunt the rabbit. Exactly, Mick. M&T, good to see you. How you doing? Scooby. I called one of the puppies Scooby-Doo. All the pups are doing well. Nessie, nice one, thank you. Jamie, legend. So this, we think, was a railway track. It's got a teeny tiny little bridge. And it's the same as the other railway builds and styles around here. Ooh, so what are they? Yeti, are you there? Anyone tell me what that is, that shroom on the tree? It's like a ledge. It is on a elder, I think. Is it an elder? Can't quite see the top. Gary, how are you doing? Oh, it was an elder, I should say. Elder. No idea. Angela, Nate, how are you doing? Good to see you. How are things, Nate? I'm going to get soaked, you know that, and not in a good way. It's nice seeing these trenches either side filled. I really need to read up, you know, Yeti. But the fact that some are really, really bad kind of puts me off. I would hate to get them wrong and end up brown bread. Hang on, that's wobbling a little bit. So yes, little Meg decided last night she can howl. Little madam. That's better. Howl in a good way. It's a cross between a bark and a howl. So my mum and dad might have fun. Is that a dog? Can't even tell you, I think it's a dog. Why is there nobody there? We're about to find out. Odd. Right, dear, where art thou? I'll do a bit damp in there till I get laid down. And the end of the marsh on this side. Daisy. Gareth, yes. Gareth, we were talking about you and you getting your rod out at the weekend. Gareth, we want to see your rod. Hands up in chat, one for who wants to see Gareth's rod. If you want to see Gareth's rod, give it a 1 in chat. I was messing on with the air fryer and I did it wasn't a particular recipe, I kind of bodged it together. So chicken breast, squished a wee bit, flattened out a little bit, egg wash, breadcrumb. Now not really fine, fresh breadcrumbs, not dried breadcrumbs, with some garlic and some parmesan in. And it was lush. I also did a pocket. Yeah, you see, everyone wants to see your rod, Gareth. Nessie, can you handle that thingy-majiggy? I'll make even. Ooh! That sounds interesting. Again, I whacked them in the air fryer. Put them on the rack. And I did have a bit of an issue with the bases of them on that rack. So, the rack just needs something on it. But they were lush. It was kind of a chicken Kiev, ish, in a roundabout way. Last night I was going to film it and family was home. I was having like a million conversations at once. Nice one. But bacon cooked down. Some mushrooms with it. Oven roasted some plum tomatoes. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt and some olive oil. Garlic, chilli. What else did I put in it? Herb-wise, just garlic and chilli, I think. The tomato juice is really cooked down. To cook your mushrooms and your bacon strips. Add in your tomatoes with your garlic and your chilli. Let those tomatoes carry on softening down. Danny, how you doing, Danny? Thank you for coming in, chick. Here you go, I'll give you a wrench. And then a slug of cream. Cook some tagliatelle that was to be boiled for 4 minutes, boiled it for 3, and stuck it in that sloppy concoction. Oh my God, divine. With some Parmesan cheese in it as well. The Parmesan just, oh. Yeti, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Are you back out looking for ginseng? If you are, happy hunting. Oh, Nate, do you know what? I can't eat early that in the day. I eat pretty much just once a day. It's very rare I eat anything more than that, and it's like dinner time, like 5, 6 o'clock. I just don't I feel dead sluggish if I eat during the day. Sometimes I will. Getting dragged out for a good old English breakfast or whatnot, but as a rule, EL3, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. As a rule, I tend not to eat during the day. Makes me want to be lazy and just slob out. What have we got up there? Blue tits. I was reading an article this morning. a guy was putting a fence up for his sister, and he was digging the post holes, and he had his jackhammer out, I think. There was a wall foundation. He was only a foot down underground. Laid under her garden, a foot below, was the electric cable, supply cable for the whole village. Luckily it didn't kill him. He let go as soon as he heard the noise. But the electric company have billed him £24,000 for the repairs they had to do because it knocked the village's supply off. We've got another little badger track there. That's an old track. Sarah is a domestic goddess. She is indeedy. I need to be as organised as Sarah, and I'm just not. I've given up trying to be organised. I just don't do it. Fish and chat. And a little bit of singing over at Mick and Nick. Absolute diamonds. They just hit the 500 as well, which is fantastic to see. They deserve way more. Double pepperoni. Ooh, gourmet pepperoni. Extra pepperoni, extra garlic, extra mushrooms. Oof, yes. Porcelain Princess, how you doing, TG? So that was last night. So the tagliatelle and the mushroom, bacon mushroom, tomato, chilli and garlic creamy sauce, divine. Absolutely divine. I haven't made it for years. My friend, they used to go to a fancy restaurant in Newcastle, and I cannot remember the name, and the chefs gave them the recipe. Oofed, it's lovely. Scott, you founders. I got a phone call and I got kicked and I couldn't get back in. Pain in the backside. We're just hiding under here. We'll have a quick drink before this rain, because we're going to get wet in a minute. Oh my God, Sarah. You make me feel inferior. Can you think there's someone behind me? Cheese and onion toasties. The more cheese, the better. The more onion. Liz, how you doing, Liz? Liz, is it crazy wet and windy outside for you, or is it missing you? It's coming from your way to me. Ooh, Daisy, 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 Daisy. Daisy Dukes, look what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 set of balls in the end. It's not very often you get 6 set. You can see the tiny little hooks on those little nads. Sticky balls. Always grow in pairs. Gotta be. Now see, there's a working men's club in Cramlington, and I used to go in there all the time. It was like 60 pence a pint. And they would do toasties, and there was a mince and onion toastie. It was stunning, absolutely stunning. Margot, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'll just give you a wrench. Now, if you don't know Margot, go check her out. She's got a brilliant channel. Lovely, lovely lass is Margot. Margot, we've got people in here from all over the parish. We've got Abandoned Forgotten Wales that goes down mines and squeezes through gaps that are scary. Scares the life out of me every week. We've got Jamie. He's out finding all sorts down the river, magnet fishing, showing all around Nottingham. Well, Nottingham, we'll say Nottingham. And we've got Nessie. She's north of the border. She does chats. She's my sister from another mister, and she's hilarious. Roy's in San Francisco. How can we forget about you, Roy? Roy's in San Francisco. He does lives as well. We've got Mick H. Mick's other half. Nick is a Right Touch of Fishing. They're live every Saturday usually. We've got Scott over in Aussie. He's one of the busiest scrappers on the YouTube streets. We've got Daisy, that's a demon with a plique. Stunning work, Daisy. Cindy. Cindy, have you met Margot? She was in Notice. Just fabulous, fabulous people. You're West Sussex, Daniel. You see, you learn something new every day. Ah, she? You didn't roll her off the bed, did you, out of a duvet? Anne-Marie that comes in, Miss Anne-Marie, Miss Angel, Anne-Marie Angel. She does crafts around about tea time, and then she does live later on. The quizzes on Friday, there's so, oops, I was next to the substation. There's Anne-Marie in the chat. Sorry, I'm right next to the substation and it hit me. Doesn't like phone signal. Anne-Marie really wasn't telling Gary to give you a little poke and a prod to push you out the bed. Honest, governor. See, I fell asleep. I was in chat and then I was zonked. Right, these, I don't know what these are. They almost look like a red currant. I need to look up red currants. They start with little teeny tiny white flowers. And then you get these red berries. And the leaves are very curranty. I'm not sure if they are or not. M&T, amazing food, challenging kitchen. Another fantastic cookery channel. She cooks live, which is huge pressure. Yeah. Are they? Red currants is my, well, you don't get big, they are what, I don't know what they are. I'm not going to pick them. I'll get a close up and put it through an identity tracking majiggy. See, they look quite curranty. Did you cheat? Did you Google, Nessie? I bet autumn is beautiful where you are as well, Ellis. It's quite nice and dry in here. We're going to hide out and make people think, what are you doing? Gareth's got the sticky balls out. There you go. There's some more of it. How's that stamping the thing? See, it looks like a currant, but you don't get many. So if you don't know anyone, check them out. Anne-Marie's live crafting, painting at the moment. UK 6-ish, 5-ish, 6-ish. And then later on, quizzing and just general chat as well. Just a lot of fun. T-Bird, how you doing, T-Bird? How's the beautiful Nelly? TG, right back out your chick. If you haven't met T-Bird and Nelly Hawthorns, go check them out. Catching, how you doing? Ah, this rain's here early. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. So I wonder, she's still in your bed. T-Bird, all the puppies have gone bar my mum and dad's, and she goes, I think, Sunday. The family want me to tell my mum and dad that she's ran away because they all love her. But she's at that cute phase. She's only 9 weeks. It's when she starts getting destructive-ish soon that they might change their minds. But the brothers and sisters are hilarious. Damn it! It's on the membership, Daisy. That's where it's at. I worked out how to take your own photos for memberships. You have to take a photo, but you have to make it sure it's perfectly square. And they're really finicky about it having to be a perfect square. Buddy Big's in the house. So yeah, the daughter's boyfriend's boss, his brother's got my favourite fox red, foxy lady. She's taken over his bed. She stopped crying in the night and she's in his bed. Rose has got lovely little Jet. They're getting on great. Tupac, how you doing? Ryan, you alright? Tupac, I was coming in yours last night. I seen that title, the drama thing. Nicole, how you doing, chick? Tommy, good to see you, Tommy. How you doing? I'm hiding under an oak tree. It's getting a bit wet. And not good wet. Gary, another brilliant channel. You don't know Gary? You'll find Gary on Anne-Marie's and he's hilarious. Gary calling bingo numbers gives me the giggles. Gary is a professional fall up the stairs-er. But yeah, Tupac, he's in Canada. He does live checks. He's a good one, is Tupac. He's an old friend. Yes. Do you know what? And Daisy, and he's getting his rod out on the beach. He's getting his rod out in public. Can you imagine that? I want photographic proof or it didn't happen. Keep looking at that fallen tree and I really want it. It'll fill my garage with firewood for the winter. Well, I have to season it first. Next year it'll be ready for. See, there's a track down there. Yes, Sarah, doesn't he? If you can remember what live it was on, we could clip it. Carry on the stairs, so funny. Every time he runs up the stairs, you think, oh, go on, you know you want to. Stuntman Gary. This rain's meant to be setting and then those winds are meant to come in. Ha! Someone slid down the hill and they've slid about 3 foot. Yes, today it's all my fault. I'll proudly take the filth fault tag for the day. It was pizza last weekend, so we're going to have to come up with someone else for filth. I think it should be Nessie. It's always Nick. Nick's by default filth. But I think Saturday should be Nessie. So funny. Oh. You see, Nessie, last Saturday, was her pink pussy nose was getting discussed. Well, that just went Pete Tom. I was kind of involved in a lot of that, but hey, we'll let Nick take the title. But yes. What you? As if your pink pussy nose. If Nessie's live tonight, if you ask her nicely, she might get a pink pussy nose out. You never know. Thanks, Mick. The horses and the goats aren't daft. They're in the shed. Look at the tiny little hayloft. Challenging you, we're at it, another live. You got the giggles. Oh, it's bad though when you say something, something slips out and it comes out really wrong. When it wasn't meant to be wrong. We had a horse's arse hanging out of that shed door. It's just walked in, it's got his coat on. PA, how you doing, PA? PA is the prospecting guru. He's also a very funny guy. He's just hit his 1K. Cheat Sheep was his number 1000. Hello. Are you going to come and see me or are you going to ignore me? Little goats. Nicole's an angel. Mona, how you doing? Good morning. Ooh, they've put solar panels on the roof. What was it the challenging said on a live that came out wrong? It was Rudy. Rudy Tooty. Yeah, well, Nicole, you can join me and Sarah on the bench for the most angelic on YouTube. Veritable angels walking this earth. We never say or do anything wrong. The filth is just around us. Gareth's good for filth. He had a bear miner's ass out for me the other day. Oh, so funny. I've said a few things that came out wrong. Some deliberate, I won't deny that. Like being on my knees twice over the weekend. I was showing Nessie the bruise up my leg. It's black. It's bruised and oh, it got some eyes. Look at that face. That's like Beaker from the Muppets. We've got Beaker on a tree. So this is now the Beaker tree. Yeah, blame Bick. That's a good idea. Gareth at Raiders Giggle, I was like, look at it, well, what's he got? Oh, but you know where I had the puppies, they were up a little flight of stairs. And there was a wooden board about 1.5 to 2 foot tall that I had across the top of the stairs. That's actually the extension of my dining table and it was perfect for that gap. It was too wide for the stairgate. And they were just squeezed through it anyway. On Saturday, I went to step over it. I got my left leg over, so that leg was over, like that. And then I had a puppy under one arm and a bowl of food in the other. I went to lift my right over, I clipped it, the board came down, I went down on my right knee, but the board was on my leg, it's like a piece of mahogany, it's raw, it's about 1 inch thick. Oh my God, the pain. Ouchie, I was on the floor for ages. You know when you can't cry because it hurts so much. And while I was on the floor, I was picking up the dog food. Luckily, Puppy was fine. Puppy was slobbering all over my face while I was on the floor. Anything, how you doing? But oh, I didn't have it. And my inner thigh just above my knee is black across. And it extends down the side of my knee where it went, oh. On Saturday, that was so Saturday night. Saturday morning, having a big old clear up and people were coming to see puppies. I kind of went to go over on the wet kitchen floor. I went to grab the door. Oh, there's still a bit, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Those knuckles, those two end knuckles, it smacks off the door. I didn't manage to grab it. I went over on my foot and I landed on my knees again. So I was like on my knees twice on Saturday. But the second time was by far the, not exhilarating, shall we say. Didn't half hurt my knee, still sore. It really hurt. I've not hurt myself like that in a long, long time. But yeah, I had sliders on as well, but I went to step over second foot and I just caught it. And it came down on my left leg with my right leg on top, and all my body weight was on my right knee. So you know your knobbly bit just below your kneecap, so you go down onto your shin. Whole body weight on that big solid piece of mahogany. I thought I'd have put a dent in it, to be honest, because didn't half go down. See, that sounds wrong. Didn't half go down. I must have been on the floor for about 5 minutes. I was trying to stay quiet. Funny as. These things are there to try us. Alice, it was right next to older daughter's bedroom, so I was trying not to scream and cry and wake her and her boyfriend up. Little Meg was just skipping around my head, licking my face. And you think, it was so... Okay, Explore, thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I was on the floor for 5 minutes, buddy. Saxon, how are you doing? What have you been up to, Saxon, this weekend? Oh, Adrian, if you're still there, you know when you were up on Kaz's panel and she was moaning about someone or saying about a dachshund, and to get the facts straight, that was me. She's been handing out to more than one person people's names and surnames in the private chat of StreamYard and in emails. She lied to you saying it was just one person. It's not. Unfortunately, I can prove that, and I probably will. But yeah, she's doxing people's full names, from first name and surnames, which is the best. But I'm who she's talking about. So, just so you know the full story. Yeah. Crazy Purple, how are you doing? Good to see you. How's things, chick? Mick keeps calling me hinge and bracket. I don't know if Daisy and Scott will have had hinge and bracket on the TV over where they are. I don't think they'll be over in the US. But it was like a sitcom. There were two comedy characters, these old biddies. And Mick keeps calling me hinge and bracket. How are things, Crazy Purple? I haven't seen you for ages. He's got loads of logs stacked up for the winter. Loads of logs. A bit jealous. Yeah, Scott. I think it was 70s. I don't even know how old you are, Scott. I don't know if Daisy will have seen it. Tommy, do you remember Hinge and Bracket? Yeah, massively so, Adrian. Um, I'll put a video up just to prove that I'm telling the truth and she's not, basically. But a little rant about me, she can bash on, because I'll put it straight. But the lies are coming from over there. Everything else can be proven. Good enough. Oh, no way, Purple. Steve, how are you doing? Why don't you arrange? There, you got one. Yeah. Yeah, they were. The mackerel things. I love smoked peppered mackerel. I don't do anything with it apart from just eat it straight out of the packet. It's beautiful. Buddy, yeah. More new subscribers than views. Promoting buy $2 for, is it 100 subs, 100 views, seeing how it's linking the chat. It's hilarious. But yeah, she had a little rant. Adrian was up on panel about people getting the facts right. So I'm going to get them right and I'm going to post it. Liar, liar, pants on fire. As you do. I'm going to get soaked when I come round this corner, you know that. Raz, how you doing? Well, Gareth, she's been putting a list of names, first names and surnames in the back chat. Now, she gave it, she's saying that she only gave it to that crackpot army. She sounds a bit tapped as well from what she says. In the StreamYards and by email, but it was okay to give them full names because it wasn't in the main chat. She lied about that because she also told Fluff. She gave Fluff a list of 4 names with surnames on a live in the back chat. Fluff said she only recognised 1. Certified Fishing Nut, how you doing? Yeah, you did as well. Oh, there's 2 of you. Sparky, Amy Boots, Hinge and Bracket. I haven't got Hinge and Bracket on. Why do I exude Hinge and Bracket? Johnny, yeah. Yeah, but she thinks it's okay, Mona. Oh yeah, she's also taking people for a lot of money. She's ripped a lot of people off as well, unfortunately. But yeah, she was ranting and screaming. People getting the facts right, so I've made a video, I'll post it just to prove that she's a liar. And she was threatening to come after that person, which is me, to bring it on. I don't give a shite. What are you going to do? But it would be nice to know who exactly you've doxed, because those people deserve to know that their names are getting handed out. Love you too, Nicole. Yeah, that's exactly what she is, Nessie. It's scary just how much money she's been taking from people. Unbelievably so. But she was threatening me with that army. Oh dear. For her to come after me, an army on my arse. Bring it. Don't give a shit. Yeah, Nicole, maybe. Very easily. She said that she'd only given army 2 names, one or two names. But then she's given Fluff 4 names. Now Fluff recognised one of those names, but she didn't the other. Oh, tell us about it, Nessie. Terrified. So the people that she's docked, I've got the right to know that she's handing their names out willy-nilly. I'm hiding under oak trees because it's chucking it down. Anne-Marie. T-Bird, I'm sick of her crap. Sick of it. The lies are unreal. She keeps throwing everyone's names out, like channel names, giving it, I don't give a shit. I'm going to say all their names. And then crying wolf that no one will leave her alone and she doesn't do anything. Her pal winded her up. And another liar pants on fire, saying that ranting and raving that I was blaming her for the doxing, that I involved her in the doxing, that I said that she knew about it. No, I was asking her if she knew about it. I described what she was doing and I put a shot up of one of the dachshunds. She was over there giving it all mouth, telling porkies too. And I've just some knobhead. But yeah, we need to get the facts right. I've got them right. I've made it into a video just to show the porkies. I've got a list of porkies a mile long. I could put a series out just to prove everything wrong. Catherine, how you doing? No, Mick, no. Your Timmy deck crashed. Adrian, you know when you were asking her to where your mod was and why you couldn't go in the chat? No one else can block you on her channel but her. She was lying again. You somehow ended up blocked and she couldn't be bothered to go and check where you were. But then all of a sudden, oh, someone else has blocked you on my channel, someone's messing with my channel. No, she blocked you. So this monument is for the Jacobites. The stone is placed to mark the site of the ancient capon tree, under whose shade the judges of Assize rested, and upon those branches were executed October 1746, after the flowers, for adherence to the cause of the royal line of Stuart. Colonel James Innes, Captain Patrick Lindsay, Ronald Mc... So his name's spelled wrong. So we've got Ronald, Ronald, McDonald. But on here we have Ranald, Ranald, McDonald, Clan Ranald Regiment. Peter Taylor and Michael Dellard. Sir Thomas, Peter and Michael are from Manchester. James Innes, I can't say for Forfar. We'll say Forfar, up in Scotland. Kilmarnock was Patrick, and Ranald was the Clan Ranald Regiment. So there you go. That is said to be the tree stump. Hi Steph, how you doing? Oh, hang on, I'll just screenshot that. I've got your email, Purple. Oh my God. Oh my God, are you getting back to see him, Catherine? Can you get back? I am so sorry. Hope he does okay, Catherine. Well, that's completely understandable. When was he hit? Gareth, I think it's meant to come in the next hour or two. We're meant to start getting the big ones. I think you're going to get clobbered if they said what wind speeds you've got coming in. That's awful. You feel so helpless when you're nowhere near, aren't you? You can't get there. That hopeless feeling's awful. Absolutely awful. I'll email you, Purple. I'll drop you an email. Here, I'm just over the border in Cumbria from Northumberland. And they keep messing with Alice. Have a brilliant Steve Ice, same here. They keep putting it up today. Julianne, good to see you. How you doing? Julianne, another fabulous channel. Saxon, when you're next way down the mines. Looking down that tree edge. I live literally a million miles away from Gareth. He is in Wales and I'm right up north. I must be, I wouldn't even know how many hours, maybe five, 6 hours, depending which part of Wales he is. My geography is awful. And with little one, it's really hard for me. Hope is better soon, Catherine. It's horrible when you can't be there. Absolutely awful. Yeah, but I've got little one, and it's hard with her, and it's a big way out of my way. You're probably not. You will know her. Unfortunately, she kind of is in as we are. If you catch my drift, she was threatening us with mushroom people not long back, and I was talking to Jar and Art. Say, look, I've got no problem with you at all, but this is what's going on. These threats, what using your supporters to come sort us out from this personal mouth. Gorgeous. But yeah, like I'm north and Gareth's Wales. Like Gareth, if you're there, are you north, south, middle? My geography is awful, kinda. It is well. I've never been to Wales. Oh, I have been to Wales. I know. High Borons. Yeah, please do. Mr. Funnyman, how you doing? Did you, Crazy Purple? Well, yeah, well, she's doing some major shady shit. She's begging. In a big way. In a big way. So the lies are just off the scale. But she's been given names and surnames out in the back chat. She left a porn bomb up on her channel for 6.5 minutes while she was dual streaming with 3 other channels. The other channels lost channels through it, but she saved her own. I don't know how she managed to save her own because she had that up. for 3 hours, for 6.5 minutes. Porn bomb. No apologies, gone out. And then I've no food for weeks, at least 2 weeks every month. She's telling everyone she's got no food, but she's super chatting in the background. And in these channels that you pay for subs. Some of them are cheap. One, it's like $2 for 100 views. So many subs. But it's scary per crazy just how many people she's taken money from. There's hundreds of pounds from some people. And it's one place I would love to go back to. Crazy, it's every single month and there's always a different excuse. She's buying alcohol and saying she drinks that because it stops her feeling hungry. Buy food, not alcohol. People donating for food because she's not had food for a week and all due food for 2 weeks. And she's spending the majority of it on a pack of smokes, a loaf of bread and a bag of crisps. Stuff like that. Yeah, she does, Nessie, and it's scary just how much money she's had out of people. Same scam. She tried the same with me through email, but I stopped that dead, and she did stop trying after I said no on the email. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't understand, Gary, how you can get, say for example, 100 subs in one day, but only like 38 views. I don't understand that. It's buying, basically. It's blocks of subs being bought and just hammered on. They're not viewing your content. They're just subbing in the background. And the channels that she goes on and shares and has in a chat are those buy channels. Yeah, or I've got an excuse that you're only allowed so many food bank visits for 3 months, and they've hardly got anything left. Yeah, challenging over 4 or 5 days, she got over 800 subs. She got to just over 1,000 and it all stopped dead. One day she'd get like 130 subs but only have like 50 views. That's impossible for an organic, normal sub growth. The views don't match the subs at all. At all. I know, but I tell you, it was over 4 or 5 days. She got over 800 subs. And we've got fresh Sticky Willy down here. Oh, nice one, Crazy. I'll email you. August, how you doing? Peter, good to see you. Julianne, she sure is. Good morning, August. How's things? She constantly names us lot. Now, what we did to annoy her was block her and not buy the crap. She started doing lives on a channel before this. She's a serial re-channel starter. We figured her out. She was doing that. I've had no food for a week. I've got to wait until the start of next month before I can get some food. Ooh. And she brought the food conversation up. No one asked her what she was having to eat. She brought it up. Someone donated 20 quid. Off she toddled. Came back and told them she'd been naughty. She bought a pack of cigarettes, a loaf of bread and a bag of crisps with the 20 quid that they sent her. If you're hungry, sorry, you don't buy the smokes at all. And we worked out from then what she was doing, and we basically walked away. I blocked her The lies as well. I can't stand the lies. Really can't stand the lies. And it's constant. It's never, ever stops, ever. She goes from channel to channel, making out she's being bullied when all she's doing is naming people, absolutely roasting them, every single live, pretty much. And utter lies, and she doesn't like it if you don't buy it from her. So yeah, we are on the naughty list. It's a special written down naughty list, I'll have you know. But I don't know which of us have been getting doxed in the StreamYard's back chat. But people are. But she thinks it's okay because it can't be seen in normal chat. You what? Nuts. Oh, she keeps making new channels. She said that she's been hacked on about 4 or 5 accounts. Then the last one, she was accusing Nessie and Jamie of reporting her, and YouTube was investigating her when she started a second channel, and that's why she couldn't go live. Now, she only had like 10 subs. You can't go live on YouTube unless you've got 50 subs. So they were called worse than crap. Someone was threatening with violence in another person's chat that was trying to get her subs in and get her donations for food. Then, yeah, they reported her and she was getting investigated. She didn't have the 50 subs. She got the 50 subs and still at 100 subs she couldn't go live. So they were getting slated, and I mean slated. Do you know why she couldn't go live? Because she hadn't verified her account. As soon as she verified her account, she could go live. Was there an apology? No. No. But it made out to be evil personified. And it's kind of sad, really. But she's emailing channels in the background, trying to get them to get rid of us and other people that she's had money from, lied to, have pulled her. Do you know what? That naughty list is a badge of honour, because you're standing up for what's right, and she clearly doesn't like that. So yeah, so she threatened that she would come after me to get my facts right. So bang on. Alal Pal that was up on panel ranting and raving, saying she was getting accused of knowing it. She knew all about it. No, I never. Don't lie. I asked you if you knew about it. When you said you didn't, I described it. I also told you that it's bang out of order. And I can't understand why anyone would condone that, being in that channel when she's doing that stuff. So she got on panel mouthing off with her. Not about her doxing people, no. That she was told about it, making out that she was hard done by. So yeah, bash on. Lots of fun. So yeah, I'll put the video up, and I'll just to prove the point that she's lying about the doxing. She'll get new viewers in and she'll act like 10 men. She'll think she's hard, and she gets all mouthy, and she says, I don't care, I'm gonna name them. And she reels off a list of names in the chat. So obviously that annoys you. So you're going to speak back, you're going to clap back at that when she's naming you for absolutely no good reason whatsoever, because you don't go near her. And then she cries that she's being bullied. No, she started it every single time. She's also naming people that have got nothing to do with her. Just because someone blocks you doesn't give you the right to go and try and make their life miserable. That you were a troll. You're having a laugh. Yes, Peter, we've got a storm in. Storm Agnes. High winds. It is the daughter of ex-Hurricane Nigel. Hurricane Nigel, it didn't track across the US. It came up the Atlantic. It kind of veered off before it got to us, and our seas are cooler, so it doesn't get to strengthen. It'll break down more than anything else. But this little weather system, Agnes, has been spawned by that hurricane. Priyanka, how you doing? Crazy and then some. But yeah, she was mouthing off to Adrian, acting all hard, lying about the dachshund. And those bad person wants to get their facts straight. So I'll tell you what, Kaz, it was me that was talking about your dachshund. And yeah, I'll get my facts straight. I'm going to post it. I've got a video sat waiting. I'll put it up and you can lie. Oh, she's now saying as well that people are clipping her voice and making her voice to say things that aren't true. So you can see that it's from actual lives that she's done it. So bash on, lie all you want. Gareth, you are far, far, far from a troll. You do now. You do nothing. Yeah, you're on the naughty list. We got named, didn't we? So Nessie, me, Mick, Gareth, Jamie's high on the list, Stu, Buddy. Have I missed anyone? We were the original naughty list. I think it's increased now as people have worked out what she's doing. Oh, Donna, good on you. Yes, he's a handsome troll. Yeah, and Stu's done nothing. I can't understand why Stu's on the list. I'll work it out. Buddy, why is he on the list? She was bitching about him the other day. It's like, what? Big Tim, how you doing? Can't work it out. She's nuts. And I'm surprised. People, like all these parcels, she was getting parcels sent to Jamie. She wasn't getting them sent to her, she was sending them to Jamie and telling channel owners to send them to him. Now that was a red flag to me straight away. All of a sudden, she's not getting Jamie's parcels, and sure enough, she's shouting around YouTube that Jamie's kept the parcels from himself. She knows what's happened. Jamie's not like that. He's one of the most generous, good souls on here. He spends a fortune on postage. You always get your parcels the next day. And she's ranting that Jamie said that he sent it recorded delivery. No, he's never said that. Every parcel that you send in the UK now, you get a tracking number. It's not just recorded delivery that gets a tracking number, smart ass. Stop lying. So yeah. I'm good, John. How are you? Sorry, John, just having a rant. I normally keep stum, but times are times the way you just have to let it out. Yeah, exactly, Gareth. That's why we're on the list. We don't buy the lies. I mean, as soon as she started doing live, that first live, she was telling people off, just in chat, that she had no food and she hadn't had food for days. She wasn't getting food for another 2 weeks. It was 3 weeks in total out of a month. Bearing in mind she gets money every month. So someone in chat, oh yeah, another lie, that she's never had a Cash App in YouTube. Yes, she has. That very first live, she told everybody her Cash App. She told Roadhog he could put her Cash App in her chat if he so wished. And she got a payment through Cash App for 20 quid. Now, a pack of cigarettes in the UK would have been about 11 quid at the time. She was moaning that she had to spend £2 on a loaf of bread and a big bag of crisps. That's going to last you a couple of weeks, isn't it? You know what I mean? Raider, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Sorry, I don't normally rant, but taking a mickey. Have you, Raider? Because here it's had a little bit of rain. It's going to start getting up windy from you to where I am. Bug Bouncer, how are you doing? Salty, it's Salty in. Salty, where art thou? Salty, how are you doing? Salty, another fantastic channel. Salty goes finding thingies. If you want to know what thingies are, go check him out. So yeah, I'll be getting moaned about left, right and centre, but I'm just doing as she asked. And I'm playing with sticky balls on the gate as I rant. There's a few sticky balls lined up on the top of the gate. There you go, sticky balls. Terry, how you doing, Terry? I hate moving with a passion. Are you all done, Salty? Are you comfortably settled where you've gone to? Talca, how are you doing, Talca? Has it been bad where you are, Raider? Sarah, she'd had a hell of a lot of rain. No, Daniel, I hate it with a passion. Good, Bug Bouncer, how are you? Ready to go wash them. But do yours make a mess of hair if you get them stuck in your hair? Because sticky balls make a right mess. See how they're sticking to my hand? When they're dried out like this, sticky balls make a right mess of your hair. Good, Terry. Sorry, I was just having a bit of a rant. Ooh, I'm being watched. Manny, how are you doing? I sure do. Lots of sticky balls. So yeah, people have been coming forward that have fallen for the I've no food for weeks and given money. Some were paid some back, but some were left in the negative in a big way. Hundreds of pounds off people, hundreds of pounds off people, dollars, hundreds of dollars from people. Cash App keeps a record, and when you go back through that record, not just $20 here or there, there's hundreds of dollars that have been sent through. So just be warned that I'm hungry. Ooh, what you eating? Ooh, I'm just laying down because I'm feeling dizzy. I'm hungry. I'm tired. Ooh, I'm drinking alcohol because it starts me feeling hungry when I've got no food for weeks. It's like a confidence trickster. It's a con. Hasn't got PayPal, only has Cash App because they banned her for life. Suddenly a Cash App won't work, and she was trying to get other people to pay her Cash Apps to the US. And all of a sudden, Mrs. I'm banned from PayPal, basically for fraud, has PayPal again to use. Fun and games, fun and games. But Purple, do you know what? It's nice that other people are starting to see it because we saw it for months. And she's obviously done it a long time, and people were taken in. Everyone seems to eventually work it out. Don't, Gary. People work it out eventually. A lot have, but others, yeah, it's a bit depressing. And those that condone it, I'm a bit let down by someone when she said she was going to send them names and surnames. She didn't say, no, I don't want that. That's not on. That's not right. They said, yeah, go on then. Didn't like that. Nutter, how you doing? So yeah, you want to come after me? Come after me, you and your army nutcase pal. Did you all know that the travel channels are full of trolls? That's according to her new bestie. So any channels that are travel channels, just be aware. Lordy, how you doing? I've got so many lies in my head, and it's getting them all out. There's just so many. Tommy, she gets the money. She's hammering Temu. She's then within a week or so, 2 weeks at the minute, saying that she's got no food left. The price of food's so expensive, blah de blah de blah. On and on and on and on. And it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. There's some people over on the channel that have been giving her money at the minute, and I feel really sorry for them. I wish they would wake up as well. Which they will do eventually, but I'm kind of worried about how much money they've been hit for. Because the totals are high. She's not deliberately coming out and saying can someone give me money? What she's doing is dropping in those little seeds into people's heads in the chat that she's not had food for 3 or 4 days and she's not going to have any for another week or another 2 weeks. And there's always an excuse why she hasn't got any. She used an ex that was a fiance that no one's ever met as an excuse for a long time. But then that kind of got worn out. So she went really quiet on that one. But so many excuses all the time. Oh, no electric, there's a new one. She might not be online for a few days because her electric's about to run out and she can't get any on for another week or two. George, how you doing? Yeah, Adrian, I can see you. You're in chat. And then she's emailing other channel owners in the background, whining, telling little stories. Don't believe the BS, this, that, to there. And trying to get people banned from channels just so people can't spread the words. Do you know what she's doing, Joanna? She's buying so-called collectible coins, odd coin stacks of them, a couple of orders every month. But when she was getting money from people, she was in the background super chatting and buying memberships for other channels. And their excuse was that she was using her own money to do the super chats and the memberships. So why are you telling everyone you've got no food? Why are you getting those and not using your own money for that? See, it doesn't work. No, Steve, it's all the time. Julianne, she did it to me in email. Not long after we met there, she was wanting to email us and she was telling us that she had no food, things were rough. So I was saying, if you've got no neighbours, if you've not got a family, what about a food bank? She blanked me on the neighbours and she blanked me on the family. But she was saying at the food bank she only allowed so much and vouchers and they're not going to give her anything and the food bank's just about empty. Yeah, Tommy, exactly. And I said, look, Kaz, I'm skint myself. I wasn't lying. And then she kind of stopped, but all that conversation started, she was like, oh my, you've got such a big garden. I love your garden. And then she started the I have no food little story. So I think she thought I was going to be good for some cash. But she doesn't outright ask for the money. Catherine, it's ridiculous. You can do a long form report if you go to his channel, press the flag on the Google version of in YouTube, not the app. Bean, how you doing? Yeah, it's all just excuses, Terry, for cash. When she decided that Cash App wasn't working, she was trying to get somebody and she was going on and on and on, telling this person that, yeah, but she could still send money to the US, but she couldn't, and she needed somebody in the UK to pay her Cash App stuff for her to the US channels that she was buying stuff from. But she needed someone to do it for her. So she was after stinging somebody to make those payments, and she said, oh, I'll pay you back when I get my money at the start of the month, and never given it. But yeah, Jamie's not the only one. She's done it to a guy in the US, getting people to send their winnings or stuff she's bought to a certain person for it to get sent to her. But then she's running to channel owners saying, I didn't get my parcel, I didn't get my prize, I didn't get my gift. Like she's trying to get double. Yeah, Janet, exactly. Dude, how are you doing? Dude does lies. If you don't know Dude, check him out. Lovely guy. Yeah, George. Margot. Yeah, Margot, there's a few people in this chat had the rough end of this person. I'm good, dude. I'm getting kind of wet. We've got a storm coming in over the UK. It's early for you, isn't it? What time is it over there, dude? So it's like a long list of people that have. It is 2:07 in the afternoon. Oh, we've got a cock pheasant down there. He's shouting away. The pheasants now, the wild ones, are all teenagers. I had a young pheasant hen in my chicken pen. I'm going to have to do a shoot in a minute. Get myself home, neck a coffee, check on little Meg. And then get on the school run. Never. You see her mouthing off with that other nutter on a chat. It's like, whatever. So yeah, Margot, I'm in Cumbria, like Scotland's there, Gretna is kind of there. You've got the Solway, and then you've got the Lake District back that way. Nice one, Daniel. Sorry about ranting. Shouldn't have ranted, really, but hey. Oh God, no, Peter, I'd make it ears bleed. Nice one, Steve, you legend. I need a coffee. I really need a coffee. Haven't had enough today. After that last night with my legs, we have homing pigeons just flying through. There's an allotment down there with homing pigeons in there. I've done a long shift overnight with my legs. This is nerve damage affecting the muscles in my legs, and it's not been like that a long time. And then I had a bark owl puppy. Yes, about 4 miles from Hadrian's Wall. I bet it's beautiful where you are, Margot. Oh, bless them. You see, Gareth's a good one. He's one of my oldest and best friends on here. I adore him. I'm kind of just over the border, Steve, about 5-10 minutes away from the border. I grew up in Northumberland, out a little place called Kirkwelpington. Nosegate Garage on the way to Waterburn in the middle of nowhere. So you've got the coast. The coastline's about 40 miles that way, just past the horizon. Oh, puppy. I thought daughter had her up in a bedroom last night for about 2 hours. We've just got Meg left. She's going at the weekend. We don't want her to go. And I said to little one, she kept asking where she was. I said, she'll be in Amy's room because she goes up there a lot. And I went to put the recliner down on my chair and I just happened to look down. Luckily I did. She started sleeping under my recliner. Yeah, I went to school at Ponteland. It was like 16 miles from the nearest shop at school. Lived out near Otterburn and on the way out to Kielder. And call that neck of the country home. Spent all my childhood and teenage years over there and young adult years. Love it. Scott, sweet dreams. I'm jealous Daisy and Scott are going into spring. Yeah, my dad was head gamekeeper. Just past, as you're going towards Otterburn, you go past Kirkwelpington, and at Nosegate you go left for Bellingham. My dad was the head keeper on a big pheasant shoot and grouse shoot estate up there. That's where I grew up. I know, I'm gonna go and get me coffee. CWL, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. That cock pheasant's coming up here. Coffee walks and whatever, how you doing? It's getting a bit wet. So yeah, Northumberland's home. The Cheviots going up towards Jedburgh, just stunning. Yeah, I do. When you feel that shift and spring's beginning. Miss you too, Crazy. I was wondering about you, chick. Oh, brilliant, Margot. Oh, nice one, Steve. Do you know what? I love that coastline all the way up. Sea houses, Bamborough. I love going to the Farne Islands on the boats with the seals swimming around the boats. A lot of fun. Love it out there. So we've got the swallows in the field, and it's first time in the last few days I've seen the swallows. They're starting to amass, which makes me sad because that's them going to head south for the winter. Won't hear them again, won't see them scudding through the fields. Though I thought you'd be able to see them a bit far off. The swallows in that field, they'll fly about a foot above the ground, catching the bugs. Another one. Come back, little swallows. Trying to get them on camera. There you go, there's a flick of one there. They go to Africa for the summer, for the winter, and come back in spring. I think that's an old cock pheasant. He's got way too long a tail. This time of year, pheasants are teenagers. They've got their cock pheasant colours. So the male colours, they're reds and they're blacks, they're bronze and they're blue. But they haven't got that tail. They haven't got the body size of that one. So that's an old boy. But there is a pheasant shoot that way and they do come over. Cock pheasant, sure is. There's no hen with him, but they will split off. Now there were nesting around here, so it could be it's him, the father of the chick that was in my garden. Rhonda, what's on the menu this week? Camas, yeah, my dad's friends at Camas. Oh, really? So you have the same kind of thing? Do you know what I wish we had? The one bird that I wish we had is hummingbirds. We've just not got the climate. I would love them. Amble, Alnwick, sea houses, Bamborough, all the way up to, oh, lovely, all the way up to Berwick. Cheeky, how you doing? I thought you put in some winter wheat, but it's not, it's grass. You'll have that back in for silage next summer. Well, next spring, as soon as the grass starts growing properly, you'll be harvesting that to pickle, essentially. Oh, cool, yeah, just let us know, drop us an email and I'll put it out. Oh, no way. You see, there's red kites Penrith way. And Penrith's around about 20 minutes away-ish. But they've not come over this side of the Pennines, like we're like the northern tip of the Pennines. And they've not come over this side. Challenging, love you. A lot. I've been all the way up. Bankery. I've been all the way through, been pretty much all over Scotland. My brother is a gamekeeper. Well, all my brothers, both my brothers are gamekeepers. My cousins, my nephews are. My great-great-granddad was. Jonna, I would wish we could have them. I wish we could have hummingbirds here. I love them. They're just beautiful. Cheryl put some videos up. Rhonda Redeemed, she put some videos of hummingbirds up. Judy May. Was it Angie? Angie put some up. Love them. Biggest bird of prey we've got is buzzards. We've got a lot of buzzards, a lot of sparrowhawks. Not so many kestrels. The sparrowhawks hit the bird stock hard. And the buzzards, I had one walking around my chicken pen and they're like a turkey on the ground. Monique, how you doing? Let's give you a wrench there. Yeah, please, Gareth. Beautiful birds are kites. And it's good seeing them reintroduced. So I am going to have to do a shoot. I need to get my backside home. This phone's about to die. It was on 10% about 5 minutes ago. So I apologise for having a little ranty poos. I had to have a little ranty poos after what's been going on. And I'll be putting a video up just to prove my point. Yeah, they do. I've had carrion crows, dive bomb pigeons. They explode in a ball of feathers. Right back at you, Gary. Love the lot of you. Rose, how you doing? Just about to go. You too, Margot. Yeah, see you all soon. So I'll see you on the YouTube streets. I'll be live again tomorrow. I'll try not to rant again, but I will post that video just to prove I am not talking cockapoo. I am actually talking truth. Okay, thanks all for joining me. As like I said, I do apologise for that, but see you all soon. Bye now.